think about this present moment when I'm speaking on the camera in front of you right now, okay? Am I thinking about every sentence that I'm speaking to you right now? Am I consciously planning every word after word before making a sentence and speaking to you? No, I'm not. It is happening subconsciously. Because, it's not possible. And even if it were possible, if it actually was possible for me to think about each and every word, what word comes after which word, the fluency would have been completely lost. So how does this happen? So the idea is simple. Your subconscious mind, what it does is, it converts your ideas, your thoughts into words. That is what your subconscious mind does, right? It serializes blobs of ideas into streams of words. Heavy ho gaya? I'll simplify this for you. So what this implies is that it is simple. All you've got to do is train your subconscious mind into speaking English fluently. That's all that we've got to do, right? Now you may say, ma'am, bolna aasan hai, karna mushkil hai. I know that. So I'm going to propose a few good ideas that can help you into training your subconscious mind into learning how to speak English fluently. The first thing that really helps train your subconscious mind is the idea of repetition. The thing that you do over and over again helps you in training your subconscious mind. Like learning to drive or learning to swim. You initially have to do it consciously. You have to initially learn how to float in the water, your hand movements, your leg movements, and breathing inside the water, and so many other things that you have to learn consciously in the beginning while you're learning to swim, right? But once you've trained it by doing it again and again, then it starts to happen to you automatically. Then you do not have to consciously decide when you have to keep your hand up, when you have to keep your hand down, when you have to breathe, or when you have to move your legs. All of that collectively happens as a part of a process, and none of it is decided by you. None of it involves your conscious mind. It does not require conscious decisions on your part because all of it is handled by your subconscious mind. So that means repetition is the key. The more you repeat of something, the more it becomes easier for you, right? And that is exactly the principle we have to apply on learning to speak a language, be it English or any other language, right? That's how we've learned Hindi. That's how we've learned a regional language, our mother tongue, because we heard it over and over again from our parents, from our siblings, from people around us. We kept on listening to the same words. We kept on listening to the same sentences, and that's how we started picking up those ideas. Now listen to me carefully on this, okay? If you train your subconscious mind onto writing English properly, okay? If you're training your subconscious to write good English, it will get trained on it and you'll be able to write good English. Similarly, if you train your mind onto listening to English properly, and if you're training it on listening, it will start to listen properly. And same goes for speaking English fluently. If you are training your mind to speak English fluently, that is something that you're doing consciously. You're speaking more and more and more. You're doing it repeatedly, again and again. Now, since you're doing it again and again, you're training your subconscious mind onto speaking English fluently. And it is getting trained on speaking, specifically speaking. It will start to learn it and it will start seeping into your subconscious, and your fluency will be quite visible when you speak. That's how you can learn to speak English fluently with the help of repetition. Moving on to the next idea. The next idea is to expose yourself more. Okay, exposure. Expose yourself to more of circumstances and scenarios and situations where you're required to speak in English. Okay, the more you expose yourself to an English speaking environment, maybe in your office, your workplace, your friends, you can actually consciously make new friends to practice your English. Yeah, people are doing that. Like I introduced this buddy system a little while ago, maybe a year or two ago. and thousands of people enrolled, and I'm believing at least hundreds of them definitely benefited from it. And so many, I mean, we received so many emails and messages where people tell us that, ma'am, we made new friends from the buddy system and we are regularly practicing and we are seeing changes and improvements happening in us. So yes, you can consciously make new friends, friends who can help you into speaking good, proper, fluent English. You could do that because it's for your own betterment. And you could do anything that you feel is adding to your life. So yes, more of exposure is another key. Okay, expose yourself more. It's very simple. It's no rocket science. Very simple. The more you practice, the better you become at it. Yeah. One last thing that I have to say here before I end the video is that, but this is one thing that I apply to my life, and I'm very proud of this habit of mine. I feel you should also learn this from me, at least. If you learn anything else or you do not, but do definitely learn this one thing from me, and that is that you must be very humble when you're learning. Okay, it does not matter the person who teaches you is arrogant. Does not matter at all. Even if somebody is full of arrogance, but he or she has something to teach you on the lines of what you want to learn, learn it. Learn it, shut your ego down, learn and move on. Okay? Be always very humble. No matter what, always be extremely humble when you're learning. It does not matter what the source of education is. What matters is that you're receiving the education, right? So even if someone is arrogant, even if somebody is mocking you, even if somebody is better than you at something, but if you're getting to learn something from that person, learn it and move on. Okay? You don't have to stick to them. Just learn when you feel, हाँ ठीक है, इससे ज़्यादा नहीं मेरे को नहीं सिखा सकता. Move on. Okay? Be humble, and I mean, it's okay to be a little selfish when it's about your life. It's okay. What I mean by saying you should be selfish is by being selfish with your time. Be selfish with what you do with your time, because your time is your biggest asset. Spend it as much as you can on learning. Okay, that's all about in the video today. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this one, and you're going to do something about it. You can also check the description box of this video because we're going to leave some important links for you in there. Start learning to train your subconscious mind onto learning to speak English fluently. And to do that, you have to speak more of English, okay? No matter you're poor at it right now, you are not always going to be poor. If you practice, if you speak more and more, you're going to get better every single day. I promise, because again, no rocket science, simple. I'll see you again soon. Bye.